Yo, yo, yo. It's me, DB. We playing Ka, Katawa Shoujo. Free game, you know what I'm saying? Visual novel, you know what I'm saying? This is a dating sim, I think. I saw the tag, it's a dating sim. It was cute. Cute was one of the tags, so I think it's not gonna be like Doki Doki where like people just start dying all of a sudden. I think it is gonna be a sweet game. We're gonna play it. Alright, let's get straight to it. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wood wind chimes. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The deciduous trees, I don't know, trees provide a beautiful green canopy far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. But now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. Kindling? I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together, furiously to prevent them from numbing in this cold. Hisao. We are Hisao, I'm assuming? Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 p.m. Ah yes, the note. Slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative. As I ponder the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. I always wanted to be in the snow. I'm like on the coast of California. Now there is snow in I think there's snow in California. California has like everything, but like my family doesn't really, can't really drive, and my mom can't really drive. My brother, well, he already started his own family, he's preoccupied with that. So I said this last time. Farthest I gone is L.A. That's pretty far, but like I haven't gone like into the country. More like Utah and Nevada. I haven't gone that far. You know what I'm saying? Like state lines. I haven't crossed those. I want to. I want to explore the country. I want to explore the world. But right now, I guess I'll just live in California. I mean, it's not bad either way. Like I'm pretty close to the beach. Not that close, but like it's like a 20-minute drive. Best case scenario with like barely any traffic. Like walk, that's just like an hour. Back to the game. The snowflakes silently falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. The slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. Hey! Hi, Hisao? You came? A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. Hey, that's Loki Mito. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. Oh! Iwa, Iwa, Iwan, Iwanako? Iwanako. Iwanako. Alright, bet. I got, I got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours? Damn it. I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result. Pathetic. It was yours? Uh-huh. Yes. I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. A shy, joyous smile that makes me feel so tense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. Oh, what the hell? What was that? My heart is pounding now, as if it were trying to burst out from my chest and claim this girl for itself. What type of shit is that? Oh, calm down, bruh. So, ah, here we are, out in the cold. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears. Did I get it right? Iwanako flinches over so slightly against the gust of the wind. As it passes, she rights herself, as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine, and she lazily twirls her long dark hair around her finger. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. Don't get the face reveal or what? My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried. You see, I wanted to know if you'd go out with me. I stand there, motionless, save for my pounding heart. I wanted to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the point of breaking. Isao? I reach up to try to massage my throat, but this only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. Isao? Yo, what is wrong with you, bro? My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which shoot open in terror. You're having a heart attack? Bro, Isao! Sure. The beating in my chest suddenly stops. I go weak at the knees. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, Iwanako running toward me. All these fades to black. The last things I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help and the incessant clatter of the branches above. What the fuck is wrong with me, bruh? How did I sell? Oh shit! 4 Leaf Studios presents. Hey, W Studios for the free game, bruh. Katawa Shoujo. Inspiration? Raita. Writing Anonymous 22, Aura, and those other 3. Kagami, Lost, alright, yeah. Blue 123, Nicole Affermi. Gabby Terrar, Cami Fish, Pimmy. W Art, bruh. Oh, Moki, Rames, and Ride, I think. Climatic, Doomfest, Yojovi. Mike and Neil. Delta, Raid, Yojovi. AW, same people. Delta. Engineering? Alright, shit. Production, CP Lucrude, Sariko. Alright, we in the hospital. We hear the clock. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. It was a heart attack. Okay, the artist W though. Artist chilling. And that whole time, I could probably count the times I left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts, so I had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. A strange word, alright, a foreign, alien one. One that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition, it causes the heart to act irrationally and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. So I can die? Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Bro, PE? Your heart don't beat fast, bro? You just walk? Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Nah, you don't gotta do all that, bro. I'd rather just pull the plug, bro. Of course there isn't a cure. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards, but then the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project. Wow. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. See, don't trust no one, bruh. Iwanako was the last to stop visiting. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. The hospital? It's not really a place I like to live in. Doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they are in a hurry and they have a million other patients waiting for them, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but he told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left me on the chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of an omen. I still ask the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough that now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answer shows that there's at least some hope. At some point, I stopped watching TV. I don't know why, but I just did. So you're just sitting in the room, no TV, just staring out the window, going to sleep, pooping, eating, and just going back to sleep. Like that, just pull the plug, bro. I don't want to live at that point, bro. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation, or just jump out the window, bro. I started reading and said, "All right, I guess so." There was a small library at the hospital. Although it was more like a storeroom for books, I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands, but I loved the stories. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some gooey mess. I was trapped inside instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was, but other times all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of nonchalance I had set for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel so sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put my book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely, and I couldn't even cry. Today, the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's only been a few days since I've seen them last. What? Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is it supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. Go ahead, sign this paper, and we're gonna execute you. There's a there's this ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time sorting his papers, and then he sets them aside, as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eyes for a moment. Hello, Hisao. Hisao or Hisao? Hisao. Hisao, I'm gonna go Hisao. How are you today? I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him. I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medication sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription. What's father? The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly. So many. I take it from his hands and take a look for myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? You're gonna overdose, bro. Well, please show the paper. Fatigue. Ah, the absurdly long list of medications staring back at me when the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. Oh, wow. Asthma? Nightmares? Hey, I had to take the most I was taking is ibuprofen and Tylenol. And that was when I broke my wrists multiple times. You know, matter of fact, we gonna talk about this year right now. Eighth grade, nah, seventh grade. Yeah, seventh grade. I fell down, broke my right wrist. It was nothing bad. I just had to wear a cast for a month. Although I will say it happened towards the end of the year, so I clip farmed that shit. Not even clip farm. I was just like sympathy farming for PE because I don't want to do shit. So I just wore like this brace until the end of the year, and it was cool. I barely had to do anything. I just walk in the track, and yeah. And then this year, yeah, this year I broke. Wait, this year was it last year? I think it was. Nah, it was this year. It was this year. Um, I fractured both of my wrists. Wait, no. Seventh grade was when I fractured both of my wrists. One of them, the left one wasn't that bad. I could still use it. I just had the brace for that one. I just had the brace for that one, and I had a whole cast for my right arm. And I got that shit out, cleaned it, washed it. It was all that disgusting and shit. And then I got one this year. It happened to my right arm. I fractured it again. I got like brittle bones or something. Like I'm like weak as shit. I fractured that. Got a cast, waterproof this time, so I could take a shower. No bag. It was pretty good. I was wearing like it wasn't even like a cast. It was like a wrap with like this fiberglass shit. It was like wrapped in bandages. I wore that for a week because my mom had to schedule the cast shit for like a week later. So, 1 week I was just not in school. I was not in school for 2 weeks until I got my cast, and then I went back to school. Just like I just kept my hand in my pocket. So like people who like I talked to would just really know, or like some teachers because I emailed them saying like, I'm gonna be able to type or write because it was my dominant hand. I learned a little bit how to write with my left. It's still bad, but like feel a little bit comfortable with it. But it's a good learning lesson. Just if I'm gonna fall, I'ma just might as well just follow my booty and not try to catch myself with my arms because if I do that shit's gonna break again. So I guess now I'm just gonna stop fucking trying to catch myself and just fucking land on my booty. So that's what I learned. This is insane. Side effects, adverse effects, contradictions. Wait, contradictions and diagnose. Is that what it says? Contradictions. Contradictions. And dosages are listed line after line with cold precision. I try to read them, but it's so futile. I can't understand any of it. Attempting to only makes me feel sicker. All of this for the rest of my life. For the rest of your life? Every day? Yo, just pull the plug, bruh. I'm gone. Just think of the money, bro. Like, oh, if my parents, like, the cast is enough, bro. The cast, like, 1 week after I got that shit on, I was like, yo, how can I, like, my mom is wasting this much money just on me, this much time on me. Like, yo, what am I doing? Like, it like makes me feel like so like weird and terrible having someone support me, even if I'm like just in bad health. Like, yo, I'd rather you just kill me than support me and like when I'm suffering and shit. Like, just kill me, bro. I'm afraid that is the best we could do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be worried to see that this fade over the years. Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? I never felt better if he hadn't said anything at all. Also, I've spoken to your parents and we believe that it would be best if you don't return to your old school. What? Please calm down, Hisao. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Calm down. The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever of my concern shows, it's ignored. We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So, I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students. Disabled? What? Am I? Your special needs? Wow. It, like, not like that's bad or anything, but like, I mean, we gonna meet some interesting people there. It has a 24-hour nursing staff, and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on campus. Think of it as a boarding school of some sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby. Independence? Hey, Independence Day! July 4th today when I'm recording. Hey, happy birthday, America! Alright. It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make the hospital nearby a selling point. Of course, that's only if you want to go. But your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. We went out there and had a look a couple weeks back. I think you'd like it. It looks like I really don't have a choice. Compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education. Job. This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamn opportunity. Well, you should be excited at the chance of going back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and while it's not the same one, a special school, that's an insult. That is what I want to say. Step down. It's not what you think. All of the students there are pretty active, in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help in one way or the other. Father's right, and many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate. I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is. I really hate that something so important was decided for me. But what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question. It's funny. I had always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now. Something about how I can go back to the school anyway, but no. I don't say anything. The fact is that I already know it's futile. I look around the room, feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, the doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that will make me feel any different. There really isn't a choice, I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. That is all I can think about to get me through this. At least I still have something. Look. Alright, wait. Alright. At least I still have something. Even if it's a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start, and my life isn't over. It will be a mistake to resign myself into thinking that. Oh, oops. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like. Okay, intro. Act 1. Life expectancy. Expect? Expectancy? The pearly gates? Oh shit. We got a Steam achievement. Alright, I'm gonna save and start record. What time is it? 1-1. I'm gonna stop like at 1. Alright, give it like another 20 minutes and then I'll stop recording just in case, the recording messes up. I want to know that. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Real brick, black, wrought iron, and gray plaster assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wondered if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace. That felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. So I walked through the main building of Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone, as my parents are taking my stuff to dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. This looks like some college in America. Looks like I forgot what college I went to. Maybe not Berkeley. I don't know, but this looks like some college in California. You know what I'm saying? Like brick, green. I don't know. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have, more like a park with a clean walkway going past trees and the smell of fresh cut grass and all the other park-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder. I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. A few buildings loom behind the leafy canopies. Too big and too many for just a new school. Everything seems off. It's just different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley. Even though I was told this is my new school, in the back of my head, it doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real, or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kinda eerie. It makes me wish that there was someone here so I could anchor myself to something tangible, instead of having this feeling that I'm stepped into another dimension. The trees hum with the wind, and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. Makes me think about the hospitals again. Like how they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a calming color. But why am I feeling anxious despite all this greenery? Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back. Even if I had no life I could return to. I have no life. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. Okay, pretty clean looking building. A tall man with bad posture. It looks like they just took a photo from a real building. That can't be art. Oh shit. I already forgot. You must be Nikki? Nakai? Not that hard? Tall man. Alright, tall man. Must be the principal. Oh shit, never mind. Fucking stupid. So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Matua. Matua? I'm gonna just call you Matu, bro. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. What? Should I go later? Yes, afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They are waiting already. Waiting for me? I don't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow, not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel real anxious, or nervous, I mean. Thinking of this, I almost missed what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Why? What do you mean, why? Yeah, sure. I mean, isn't that normal? Of course, but not everyone likes to be the center of attention. Oh shit. I'm probably one of those people, but I guess I should be the one to give the first impression of myself. Sure, right, but it's no problem. Let's go then. My heart is pounding, yeah. Eee! We shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. We? Not we. We shouldn't have done that. My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow my teacher up the stairs. Yo, I might die, bro. Hey, chill. I changed my mind. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for class 3-3. Moto? Or Matua? Matua? I might just call you that, bro. Opens the door and answers. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. Get a grip. This is a step up. I know that. But there isn't any point to worrying so much about it. At least not this soon. Oh, shoot. This is gonna be the class? Alright, so we got, what's up, dork? We got, I don't know exactly how to say that. Like, hey, wanna be friends? Like, hey, nice to meet you. Like, in this class, another student be like, oh shit, she got something going on. Be like, hi, nice to meet you. Hey, nice to meet you. Hey, nice to meet you. Hey, nice to meet you. Ooh. Like, another classmate. These three are like, care less. I can care less about this new classmate. Let's just go play outside. Alright, let's go. I follow the teacher into the classroom and I look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmate. Pretty spacious, the ceiling is unusually high and there's a lot of space left over around and in between the desk. An entire wall is taken by blackboards and the high, old-fashioned windows that only make it seem larger. Students' desks are standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I stop walking in front of the classroom and face the other students. They all look normal, like students at any other school. Why would they be here? Probably had like some mental, like, oh shit, what the hell? They're probably like beat and had something wrong with them. Not only is just not immediately obvious, then I noticed that one of the girls seems to be missing the right thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Oh, we got some other people though. Okay, hold up. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway while he introduces me to the class. Alright, hold on. We're gonna break this one down. This dude gonna be like, hey, you want that? When you're done eating some shit, like, hey, you want that? You gonna finish that? Like, oh, hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? She seems sweet, but like she has like that brat haircut. You know what I'm saying? Those ice cream cones. This one's like, oh, she has a prosthetic leg? Or am I tripping? I don't know. Oh, she has prosthetic legs. All right. Almost looks like a robot. Why is she so still? Be like, heh. Another victim to add to my list. Alright, let's get straight to it, bro. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me. Who's looking at me? She's not looking at me for sure. A girl with really long, straight hair and that is pretty eye-catching. And as she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands as if it'll make her invisible. Is that the one on the far end? Yo, we switched. Yo, I can't even see. I should have read faster, bro. There's one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. I did not see that, dude. The other girl seems to be making weird hand motion sign language. She peers at me over the rims of her glasses. And goes back to whatever she's doing. She's kind of cute. Okay, they're all kind of cute. I wonder if we could date the dudes, though. Hey, chill, me though. So, it's a cheery looking girl with pink hair next to her. Oh, so her. You're really hard to miss. I don't notice her. Please welcome our newest classmate. He claps his hands and so does everyone else except one girl in the front row who has only one hand. Oh, wow. Yeah, I feel bad for you. I'm sorry. My condolences. I do like that hair though. How it goes in between her ear. Or not like, how it goes around her ear. That's pretty cute hair. Also, something about hairpins, bro. Something about hairpins always does it for me. Like, those shits look cute. A collective silence tells me that I should open my mouth now. So, Hisao Nakai. And after that, my hobbies are reading and soccer. I hope to get along well with everyone, even though I'm a new student. And after that, I'm being so boring. This is like every self-introduction. I guess I should say something more exciting. Exciting. Well, just do a backflip right here? That's just so boring. I end up saying nothing and the teacher picks up from there. Everyone seems to be satisfied even with what little I said. A few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glasses at me. Could have been worse. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the crash. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands together again. It's like a weird thing to do. Yeah. The first row girl claps on this round with her one hand against her other wrist that ends in a bandage. Oh, yo, I feel bad. Yeah, it makes me feel a little bad. We're gonna be doing some group work today, so that'll give you an extra chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay? Yeah, it's fine with me. Good. You can work with Hakamichi. She's the class representative. She can explain anything you might want to know, and who else would be able to do that better, right? How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we will be working in groups of 3. Hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. The teacher seems to catch my helplessness expression. Oh, right. Hakamichi is right there. Shizune Hakamichi. Her? Oh, she. I mean, I guess. Of course she would be the class rep. I was expecting no one with the glasses to be the class rep, but hey, fine by me. As he calls out her name, the cute, bubbly looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes. Gold eyes? Sure. Oh, I skipped. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. Ha 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 ha. What the hell? What? I'm caught off by her laughter. It's nice to meet you too. But I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi Shi-chan. Giggling, Misha points to the. It was her. Hey. Alright. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her. What is that? Like that Doki Doki shit. That shit messed up, bro. Yeah, I heard that. Points to the girl next to her. The one I saw using sign language before. Oh, she can't talk. It looks like she's been staring at me the whole time. She nods once nonchalantly. Of course. To show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. Alright, bro. We gonna warm up. Watch. We gonna warm up. She has short, carefully neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses balanced on the tip of a dainty nose, and blue dark eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. Something about glasses, bro. Hairpins, glasses, something about those things. Like, it's not even like weird though, like, well, glasses I feel like it's some sort of like, it's because like mutual like disability, you know what I'm saying? Like we both are blind unless you wear it for fashion, which like get the fuck out of here. But like if you wear that shit, like I feel, like, oh shit, we both have glasses. Shit. We similar in a way. It's nice to meet you. I thought. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. I mean, you would think that she could read lips by now. But it's cool. I guess I could learn. I mean, hey, it doesn't hurt to learn. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher is messing with me, saying like, you'll be able to talk to people, and who better to explain things to you. I can see you're a little confused, right? I understand. Why would you think I was Shichi-chan? Shi... 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 Shiki? Shik... Shik-chan? Shik-chan or Shichi-chan? Saying like Chichi. You know? Doesn't know? Shiki-chan. No, it's Shiki. Shik-chan. Shik-chan? Or just say Shik-chan. Shik-chan? Shik-chan? I don't know. It's that. So I'm the person who translates things back and forth for her. I'm like an interpreter. She says, it's nice to meet you too. ... You're the new student, aren't you? Well, Shik-chan. Of course he is. If he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no reason. Right? Right? He seems like a very interesting person, doesn't he? We knew that there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you would be here today so soon, Hik-chan. Hik-chan, right? Why did she say right? Hik-chan. Yep. It fits, doesn't it? Did I say that out loud? It's just a surprise. I never liked that nickname. I don't really see how. Fits you. You look just like how I imagined. ... I'm so happy. Haha. Yeah, you look just like Hik-chan. I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, their hands a blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Sorry about that. Hik-chan wants you to know that she's the class rep, so if there's anything you need to know, you feel free to ask her. Wait, is she deaf or just mute? I think she's mute. Mute, right? Wait, what? No, she might be both, cause like, she don't understand. Alright. You like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it. She stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid transition. Thanks, that would be pretty helpful, yeah. I just kinda came straight to class today. That's no good. You should always try and learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go. Not just with school either. Always, even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really? Shik-chan? Hahaha. Learn about where you're going. I guess I didn't bother to do that, or I just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it half-assedly. But anyway, I don't say anything. Amisha signed something that ends in a shrug. What was that? It seems like it was about me. I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly deep. You look down. Are you okay? Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed the test. Alright. And another thing, you don't have to call Shik-chan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call it Shik-chan. Wow, okay. Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate. Okay. Okay, first one? Yeah, we're going for her, bruh. Hey, we still gotta meet the other ones, so like, we already going for that, though. Yeah, Shizune's fine. Hey, okay, that would be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly, so I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier, especially about Shizune, who I assumed would be all business. Well, she still seems like it, but less so, I guess. Well, alright, we haven't even finished the assignment. We should start work now, or Shik-chan will get mad. The assignment's kind of long, so we should just start now if we want to finish it before the end of class. Haha, that too. Shizune glares at us too impatiently. I don't need to know the sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. After class, we could take a walk around the grounds together if you want to. I don't know what that should say. The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of being difficult and unnecessarily long. Okay, transition. Still, we finished a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class despite our late start. Shizune and Misha. Oh shit, my bad. Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different though. The class rep is so calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girly-ish. Not to mention a little bit more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. The clock tower bells ring, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. Run to lunch or what? Run into brunch? Without knowing what to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me to the hallway, and start running down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby where I met Matua, down the bottom floor. Just like everything else in the school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. Its big open windows to the courtyard towards the main gate. It's the cafeteria! Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care until we proceed to the line. There is a rather long list of menus, which seem to be great until I realize that many of them are to accommodate to students who need special diets. How nice! It almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. I pick something random and follow Shizune to the table. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to Shizune. She's upset? I don't need to understand signs, so the point escapes me. Or I don't understand signs. Maybe looking at the person who talks to you is proper and polite? You want to know something? What? About anything. We're your guides, so you should ask if there's something. I wonder. Ask about the library. Oh yeah, what about the library? There's a library at the school? Lately I've gotten into reading a lot, so I like to check it out. Misha gives the kind of frown that makes it clear she doesn't consider reading a healthy hobby, but then picks up her smile again. There is! It's on the second floor. We can show it to you sometime. Thanks. I return my food while the girls talk between themselves. Misha and Suzune sign back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe they are talking about secret girl stuff or something. I quickly notice a conversation in sign is not enough to fill a silence. We arrive. What if I asked about her deafness? Would that offend her? We arrive in the classroom early, but we're not the first. The dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumped over her desk in the last row. Wow. It certainly is something. I wonder what happened. Oh shit. What the fuck happened? She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. She shrinks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she were slowly turning into a stone just from our presence. Hey, you don't gotta worry, bro. You don't gotta worry about it, girl. Misha and Suzune either don't notice or don't mind it, as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. Yo! I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly starts to fill with other students and finally the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of the class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Where do we sleep? Like dorms? Hey bro, I better share it with someone cool, bro. Maybe it's a long time spent in the hospital that made me like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Oh shit, that's bad. Take your pills? Whoa, the final bell rings. School is finally over for today. Besides me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Chan. We've got to hurry already, since there is a lot of work for us to do. You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it. Ah, wait. Oh shit. Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on, the nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside. We join the flow of students making their way down the stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out other senior classrooms in the same row. We're seniors? When we get outside, the girls make their way to a smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's a part of the same building. This is the auxiliary? Yeah. Building here. There's a lot of official. Oh shit! Hold on. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office, and all the nurses' offices and stuff. They even have a swimming pool. How's that official? Don't be silly, Hitchon. It's physical therapy, of course. Why is she so serious, bruh? Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head's nurse's office is on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you soon. Tomorrow. Yeah, thanks. Bye. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education? I guess it's necessary for a place like this. A PE. I walk in hoping that this will be a really quick visit like the teacher said. On the wide door on the left is a green cross with the text head nurse and a nameplate. A voice from inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't make it out. Sounded like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large. Alright, hold up. Okay, you save. 46 minutes? Alright, since it tells you time, I'm gonna stop at exactly an hour. Exactly an hour. Alright. The room is not large and it smells strange. A friendly looking man turns around on his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy. The bin under the coffee is overflowing with used medical utensils, and there's at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk. Hello there, what can I do for you today? He is a young looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheeks wash that impression away as he smiles. Okay, he's looking young and sort of rugged, but the dimples are regardless. Are you the nurse? You hear this? Oh shit. He smiles like he raps. He smiles like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times. Why yes, I am. It says so on the door, no? Alright, calm down, bro. You can call me by my name or just the nurse like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I probably should grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right, I'm a new student, and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hisao Nakai. His eyes light up with revelation, and he snaps his fingers. Oh, you're that Nakai. I was just reading your file in the morning. Alright, calm down, bro. What you doing? Some kind of chronic, I actually forgot how you pronounce that shit. Arrhythmia. Unrelated congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He gestures me to sit down in a vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yes. Good, well, you've probably been briefed about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there's a problem. The famous 24-hour nursing staff. Oh, this is like a hospital. Not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. His joke feels so out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. Yeah, it's just that it's really weird to have so many medical people at this school. You'll get used to it. I'm not so sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Now, let me just find your file again. Oh, he's... Oh shit. See, I'm telling you, I should stop like at an hour, bro. While he searches for something from his computer and shuffles stacks of papers around, I let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, a gray laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on all four walls, reminding me to eat properly 3 times a day and from all the food groups. I don't even eat 3 times a day, bro. Maybe like 2. Smiling, the nurse. I think that's bad though. Smiling, the nurse draws a quick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So you already have a medication for arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening, or it won't be much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? He grins to his own joke, but I don't. Well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright, I'm afraid I'm going to have to recommend you refrain from doing that, at least for the time being. Oh. I like a reaction makes him raise an eyebrow. This dude, like, yo, put that eyebrow down, bro. Open that eye. I want to see that shit. Oh shit. But I guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport. Just for something to do. Any concussion might be very dangerous to your heart, or risking another attack is not a good idea. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest area? There's no mention of the cause on your papers. Not exactly. I sidestepped the question acceptably. Oh, fuck. I keep on skipping by accident. Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise will do you good. Yeah, physical therapy and such as available. It's such available, like I said. But I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks, even some light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. So I mean, maybe there's a pool here. Shit, I'll swim like every day, bro, if I had access to a pool. So I was told. Like, swimming is so fucking fun. You were? Very good. At any rate, and I'm sure you've been told this before, you just need to take care of yourself, not to overexert yourself. He wags his finger to emphasize the point. No need really, I've heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risk. Please, take care of yourself. Okay. He goes over my papers one more time and sets them on the desk, obviously content. Good, that's it then. Come meet me if you ever need something. I'm ushered out before I even realize it. A quick visit indeed. I end up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building. Although, to my eyes, it looked like one and the same. It's the first real look I get at the other students, so I walk. You hear this? Okay, it's not that good. So I watch people coming out of the school, going towards the gate or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they're going. And I keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? One of us! I have to go somewhere too to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The weariness in me only grows as I trudge toward the dorm. Set a little weight apart from the main building complex. There's a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms. Shrubbery, flowers, and that overbearing smell of fresh cut grass fills the atmosphere. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building... The fuck is that? The dorm building is big and made of red brick like the others. It feels way too pompous for what it is. So I push myself forward, going inside. It takes more... Like, I just took like college photos, bro. It takes more time to realize to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and warm. Just like in the main building, the halls and the doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. The same goes for the elevators at the end of the hallways. I poked my hand around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students are watching television. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. Seems that the only girls around here are sociable. Seems that the girls around here are sociable. I guess that's perfectly fine with me. I mean, shit, I'll take it. I mean, you would think the guys are more sociable, but I guess so. I climb to the top of the stairs to the upper floor. Here, small corridors branch off from the main hallway, Each of the minor halls seems to have a toilet and a shower, as well as 4 rooms. About halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. The nameplates on the rooms adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are just 2 of us here. Light shines from below the door of room 117, so I knock lightly. Hello, is anyone home? From inside, I hear a few movements, then the clicking of way more locks than I had thought these doors had. What the hell? A bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. He is looking at me very intently through his extremely thick eyeglasses. You can't even see his eyes. Who is he? Blind? No, at least not completely. I already have eyeglasses if he was. He leads in closer until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. Nisao, Nakai. I'm moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce His face suddenly brightens in realization. He stands back upright, thrusting his hand out in a smiling greeting, almost straight to my diaphragm. Oh, sup, dude? Name's Kenji. Hi. I take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it. It is still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and the vehement welcome. There are some suspicious-looking people going in and out of your room earlier. What? Oh, they're probably my parents. Your parents? You sure? Because they look like they could have been some other people too. You can't just judge a book by its cover. It's out of place proverb. It's left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're a brave man, Hisao. Me, I don't think I could trust the chances. The only one I trust is myself. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. A wise decision. Damn, you're smarter than you look. Probably. What do you look like? I hope not smart. He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean backward to dodge it. Never mind. Doesn't matter. With that, he turns, goes around. Damn! For a moment in search of the door handle, then shuts the door behind him. I slide the key into the lock of the door marked 119. Bleak beige walls, white linen, a desk made out of some type of light wood, ugly curtains. No one's room, impersonal. Feels like the hospital room was. Put some posters up. Change the curtains to like some black ones. Put some things on the desk, you know what I'm saying? Make that shit yours, bruh. Gonna be living here. My bags are sitting at the foot of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stocked with my clothes. Also, it seems that there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. There's no pin to the sleeve of one of the shirts. Hi, Hee-chan. We've unpacked your things and made your bed. They said that if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. Kinda hope I would have. Then there'd be something to do. Still way too early. Put the note down on the desktop and lie down at the bed feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me from wanting to read when I never had nothing to do. The rest of the urge keep growing until I have to stand up. Maybe stretch or something. I was pretty nervous about before going in and sleeping for the day. I still am, I think. Damn, I have to distract myself somehow, so I won't be this unnatural all the time. Tomorrow I'll go and borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now, the bottles of medications neatly arranged on my night table catch my eye. I pick one and shake it to hear the contents rattle inside. Then I read the glued-on pharmacy bottle label. Hisao Nakai, two tablets daily to stay alive. Alright. Doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. Kinda twisted having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a bit, but what choice do I have? With a sigh, I'll begin my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being carefully to check the correct doses. I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain. And after that, I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. Oh shit! It doesn't start looking any more familiar, not even after the darkness falls and long shadows draw across my room like fingers. The sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm and less like against the chill that passes for room temperature here. Soon the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling looks like every ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coolness of unfamiliarity and fear creeping up my spine once again. I begin. I keep drifting further away from the world I knew. I wake up in a strange room. Alright, we're gonna save here. We're gonna save here. Oh shit, alright. We're gonna stop recording. Um, I, I still gotta edit the other one. The trucker. Oh, the trucker video. But, I just decided to record today so, I have something to edit after I'm done with that. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys later. So, peace.